Hello, I'm Mike Moore, and welcome to the How to Win podcast. These podcasts are based off 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. It says, "Now thanks be unto God who always causes us to triumph in Christ." This is How to Win, and the edition is Just a Thought. Each episode, I take a thought from my thought journal and I share with you information that will transform your life. Now, remember, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And at the end, if it blesses you, I want you to hit that thumb up button. And I want you to share. Just push the button and share it with somebody else. And we can get this message out. And I believe it's going to be a blessing. I got a thought that deals with relationships today. You know, relationships are important. All kinds of relationships are important. We were created to experience relationships. So this thought is connected to relationships. It's a good one. This is a good one. Listen, this is the thought, no matter how sincere and committed a person is, one person is not enough to make a relationship work. Wow. I just know that this thought is going to hit home today. Oh, yes, this is going to be the answer to your prayer. But sometimes when God gives us answers, it's uncomfortable. So I want you to fasten your seatbelt. The thought is, no matter how sincere and committed a person is, one person is not enough to make a relationship work. Nothing is more frustrating than trying to make a relationship work by yourself. Have you ever been in a relationship? Well, that's a misnomer to call it a relationship and only one person is working in it. But have you ever thought you were in a relationship and it was one-sided? One-sided relationships are unfulfilling. And they don't last. One person, no matter how committed, no matter how sincere, is not enough. One person is not enough to make for a healthy, fulfilling, lasting relationship. One person is not enough. Now think about that. Are you in a relationship and you just feel like you're the only person working on this relationship? Then you're in a one-sided relationship. Now, let's talk about the kind of relationship that you and we want. We want this kind of relationship. Every relationship that's significant, every relationship that's beautiful, every relationship that's meaningful, every relationship that's fulfilling is always based on the law of mutual benefit. The law of mutual benefit. Relationships were designed by God to be mutually beneficial. In other words, when a relationship is operating under this powerful law of mutual benefit, there will be a mutual respect. Let's say you're in a relationship with another person. Both of you will respect each other. There will be mutual value. You value the person, the person value you. There will be mutual respect. Mutual respect. You both value, respect each other. Mutual motivation. In other words, both of you will want the relationship. Don't ever stay in a relationship and you're the only person that want it. Now we sometimes we dig in. We just dig in and we say sooner or later that person gonna want it. No. The law of mutual benefit means mutual motivation. That person is motivated toward the relationship. You're motivated toward the relationship to making it successful. You're not trying to get the person motivated. That person not trying to get you to be motivated. Mutual protection. You're going to protect each other. And there's mutual giving and receiving. Every quality relationship, there's mutual giving and receiving. No one should be giving all the time and not receiving, and no one should be receiving all the time and not giving. Now, that's true whether it's a friendship, just a friendship. It can be a non-romantic friendship. It could be a romantic friendship. But singles, the relationship should be mutual. In every great relationship, we'll talk about marriage in a moment, but in every great relationship or friendship, now I'm not talking about marriage, now I'm talking about just friend, there should be equal investment. You can't have a friendship no matter how much you want it. Let's say, I just want this person to be in my life. No matter how much you want the friendship, if there is not equal investment, it's not a friendship. It's not a friendship. It's not. There has to be equal investment. Now, the reason I said what I said earlier about sometimes when God speaks to us, it's uncomfortable. Because I know I'm speaking to someone right now. I know that I'm speaking to someone. And I know that it is a one-sided relationship that you're in. It's one-sided. You're the only one giving. You're the only one investing. You're the only one respected. You're the only one motivated toward it. You're the only one giving toward it. And so at some point, this is the uncomfortable side of the thought. At some point, you have to, what one author called, consider the brutal facts. The brutal facts. Maybe that person does not really love you. Maybe that person doesn't really want the relationship. I know they're saying, yeah, I want it. Yeah, I want you in my life. But they're not making a contribution. They're not making a contribution. They're not making, if it's a person, you're in a relationship over a period of time, it's one-sided, you're the only one respecting, the only one motivated, the only one giving, then it's one-sided. It's not a relationship. So at some point, no matter what the person says, because as they say, action speaks louder than words, then you're going to have to decide whether you're going to just stay in the one side or walk away. And sometimes the wisdom of God, and I didn't intend to say this, but the wisdom of God is walking away. The wisdom of God is just walking away. Sometimes it's just the wisdom of God. I didn't think I would say that, but I'm saying that. Sometimes the wisdom of God is walking away. Is walking away from it. Because that person doesn't value you, doesn't value the relationship. Any person if they are too busy to make a contribution, then they don't value the relationship. No matter what they say, no matter what they say, they don't value the relationship. And that's true. That's true of marriage. I've said this for years. My wife and I recently celebrated our 46-year anniversary. 46 years of marriage. And we have a really good marriage. We have a really good marriage. And I've said, well, we didn't start off with a good marriage. You have to make a marriage. Marriage is not just given to us and it's great. No, you have to make the marriage. There has to be mutual benefit. Both person is receiving and giving. Both person is valued. Both person is respecting. Both person is motivated to have and to give and to build a relationship. But I've said this for years, that marriage is a team sport. It's a team sport. And winning in team sports involves team performance. Now, you know, you get in a ring and you boxing, that's not really a team sport. You going against the opponent, that's you. Maybe in some cases golf is a singles sport. You got singles tennis. You on one side of the net, other person on the side of the net. But if you're going to play doubles tennis where you and your partner are on the same side of the net and you all working together, that's a team sport. Basketball is a team sport. Football is a team sport. Baseball is a team sport. Soccer is a team sport. Marriage is a team sport. It's a team sport. So in marriage, you have each person has needs, each person must play a role, and each person must make a contribution. And at one time, my wife and I did not early in our marriage because we didn't understand marriage. We didn't understand that marriage was a team sport. And sometimes people get married and they're trying to live like single people. That's why you can't just leave whenever you want to leave and come in whatever time you want to come in, be with whoever you want to be with whenever you want to. No, that's being single. Making unilateral decisions, that's single. But marriage is a team sport. And each person has a need. The husband has a need, the wife has a need. The husband has a role, the wife has a role, and both husband and wife must make a contribution. And if you're in a marriage, just like if you're in a friendship, if you're in a marriage and only one person, the husband or the wife, is making a contribution, only one person is carrying out their role, the only one person is trying to meet the other person's need, then you're not going to have a successful relationship, successful marriage. Why? Because no matter how sincere and committed one person is not enough to make a relationship work. And that's sometimes difficult to accept. And as a pastor for years, I counsel people, and some were in relationship where one person was giving toward it. And it really amounted to a selfie relationship. I did a teaching one time called a selfie relationship. The thing that makes a relationship, selfies, people take selfies, and usually they grab their phone and they take a selfie of themselves. Well, some relationships are selfie relationships, and a selfie relationship is based off an imbalanced contribution. An imbalanced contribution. And when you have an imbalanced contribution, it's going to fail. It's just going to fail because it's a team sport. friendships are teams too, because you gotta be giving and receiving. You gotta be both mutually contributing to the relationship. Great relationships, great one. Whether it's marriage, whether it's just a single friendship friendship deal, are giving partnerships. Giving partnerships. You show me a great friendship, show me a great marriage, I'll show you two people, whether they're married, single, whatever, or just buddies, they're giving. They're giving. They want to meet the needs of the other person. They want to support the other person, protect the other person, respect the other person, and they both doing it. And that's what makes friendships great. And that's what makes marriages great. The thought is, no matter how sincere, committed a person is, one person is not enough to make a relationship work. Giving, receiving. Giving, receiving. The last moments that I have with you, I want to say this, because this is the balance of it. This is the balance of it. And I learned some of these principles just pastoring and counseling people over the years, hundreds of people. Sometimes, and if you've maybe been a member of the church that I pastor, have ever spent time listening to me teach or whatever, you will hear me make this statement as it relates to relationships. Sometimes people have issues unrelated to you. Sometimes people have personal unresolved issues that are unrelated to you. Why are you telling me this, Mike? Why are you telling me this? The reason I'm telling you that sometimes people have issues, personal issues, unresolved issues that are unrelated to you is because no matter what adjustment you make in your life, no matter what adjustment you make, it's not going to help the person, because you are not the issue. Now that's the balance of it. Sometimes people have unresolved issues, personal problems that they need to deal with. It is unrelated to you. And because it's unrelated to you, no adjustment that you make is going to resolve the issue. It's going to make this work, because they have to deal with these unresolved issues. And that's what I see a lot of times in marriage. Sometimes people have unresolved personal issues, and the spouse is, I'm trying to dress different, I'm trying to wear a new hairstyle, I'm trying to do this to please him. She wanted this house. I got this house, and she wanted this, and I was trying to please her. And sometimes you say, I just can't please you. I can't please her. I can't please him. Well, when you get in that place, that position where you're legitimately trying to meet the person's need, you're legitimately trying to do your role in the relationship, you're legitimately trying to make a contribution, and nothing is working, well, it may be that person has issues unrelated to you. So the adjustments, and I can speak historically to my own setting. Early in my marriage, my wife's nickname is Pete. I love her with all my heart. She loves me. We have a good relationship. But early in our relationship, we had a selfie relationship. We had a selfie relationship. And I felt like I was doing everything I knew to do to make her happy. And then if you had talked to her, she would tell you I was trying to do what I could to make him happy. One day, she said this to me. She said, Mike, it's not you. She said, it's not you. I just got stuff I got to resolve. I got some stuff I got to work on. I'm not happy, but it's not you. And I was trying my best. Now watch this. On the other hand, I had unresolved rejection issues. I had unresolved. And so I'm looking at her out of the lens of my own rejection. So I'm thinking you don't love me, but it really wasn't that she didn't love me. I had unresolved rejection issues. So I learned this, and if you're there, this may help you. And I want you to make sure that you understand sometimes people have unresolved issues that are unrelated to you. So no matter what kind of adjustment you make, it's not going to change them, because that's something that they have to deal with. Here's the second thing, and I'll close with this. I learned, and my wife learned this. And like I said, we're best friends on planet. Nobody I want to be with more than her. Nobody. And that's the honest to God truth. But I learned this. Watch this. I learned that you can't make somebody happy. You can't. I don't care how much you love that work. I don't care how much you committed to it, how sincere you are. You can't make somebody be happy. If they're unhappy. You can't make them be happy. You can't give people purpose. Sometimes people are unhappy because they don't know their purpose, and they don't know, and they bored, and they don't know why they on the planet, and they looking at you to give them purpose, but you can't give purpose. Purpose comes from God. Only God can give them purpose. And I tell you a final thing: you can't heal people. You can't heal them if they have hurts and issues and unresolved issues that maybe happened in their former life, their formative life when they were kids, or they were in relationships and they got hurt, and you can't heal people. You cannot heal people. Can't give them purpose, can't make them happy. You can't heal them. God is the key to their true happiness and fulfillment. God is the key to them having purpose, and God is the key to them receiving healing. So let's look at this as we close. No matter how sincere and committed a person is, one person is not enough to make a relationship work. Wow. Now, I want you to do several things. Number one, I want you to go back. You can go to YouTube. You can go to my MikeMooreMinistries.org and pull up this thought and listen to it and meditate on it. I want you to do that. And if this thought has been a blessing to you, I want you to push that thumbs up button, that like button, and then I want you to share it. And then you subscribing to this channel and to this podcast helps me to grow it and to develop it. So will you do that for me? Listen, I love you. I'm praying for you. I'm believing God that we're bringing something to the table that will help you to navigate successfully to life. Let me know how you're doing. Put it in the chat. I always go back and I look at the comments that people have, and sometimes those comments can give me some direction and some insight on what you need and maybe how to help you more. Listen, I gotta go, but I want you to know I love you and God wants you to win. I'll see you next time. What are you thinking about? You gotta be alert. How many thought I retired?
Are you ready to break free from the chains of anxiety, stress, and depression? Mike Moore, author and founding pastor of Faith Chapel and host of the How to Win podcast, is here with his new book, Help, My Mind is Under Attack. Learn how to overcome attacks on your mind and live an emotionally healthy life. Grab your copy now. Available as ebook on Amazon and paperback on MikeMoore.com. Embark on your journey to complete mental health and emotional peace.